Today, we're hosting Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh. Hey, settle down.
Whoa.
Settle down. Okay? Let me try that again. Bears are hosting Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Could it be a changing of the guard? I don't with this banged up defense. I don't know, but we'll unpack this and more right after this.
Intro.
Never let it rain. Never let it rain. You're good gets better. You're good gets better. And you better get better. You better get better. On three, 1, 2, 3.
Woo.
Woo.
Yep.
All right. Here we go, huh? Steelers week.
Here we go, folks. Ooh-wee.
Still no official designation, right? I'm keeping an eye on the phone this morning. Let's see what happens with A-Rod here. I don't think we're going to hear anything. Maybe by the time we're off today, I think we'll know if he's going to be going or not. So,
Yep. Let us know in the chat too. Look, keep it coming. Keep your comments coming. Last show was great.
yep.
But yeah, today here we got a very banged up defense, as we all know, and we're all very depressed about it. No linebackers. We're just not gonna. We're gonna play with no linebackers today.
A lot of new names out there today. So we'll see what happens. Top three linebackers out for us: Edmonds, Edwards, Sewell. So we're gonna be listening for names, that we're not used to seeing. So it's that next man up mentality, and away we go here.
Yeah. Next grocery bagger up.
Yes. Not quite that bad. We're not signing people off the street yet, and I do emphasize yet. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. So we have a couple people we're gonna see Hippolyte, much like Austin Booker. Here's your chance, buddy. Right?
Yeah.
Show us what you have. You were drafted. We spent the 4th on you. So you get a chance to play. DeMarco Jackson, a name that a lot of us are not familiar with. He joined the team, less than a month ago on the practice squad. We signed him, so no idea what's going to go on with that. And then we have Amen. I'm not going to sit here and butcher his name, all last name.
Agbongbugmiga.
Yeah. So we're just going to call him Amen. So
yeah, he's been on the team for a hot minute, so hopefully he's familiar with the defensive scheme and can plug and play, hopefully. But if I can add to that Hippolyte thing, let me tell you something, young man. You were flapping your gums and talking that shit during the OTAs and spring training, so today's going to be your day. Step up, kiddo. Let's see you rock out.
So we've seen him before. He's a core special teamer. So it's time to strap on that chin strap a little bit tighter for the whole game. You're not just out there on kickoff. So let's see what you got, son. Here we go. Next man up, and away we go.
Outside of that, you look on the offensive side of the ball. Speaking of injuries too, as we question Theo Benedict's availability today, and if not available, who's taking his spot? We got some names there too, huh?
Yeah. Let's bring up the transaction page, huh? Let's take a look. Let's see what the Bears have done to kind of bolster this roster to get us ready to go this week. So here we go. So in case you guys haven't heard, we placed Tremaine Edmonds and Roschon on injured reserve. So they're out minimum 4 weeks. Man, why can't we catch a break on this defense right now? You know, it's the reinforcements are coming, but losing Edmonds. Would you say that losing Edmonds for 4 weeks, bigger impact than losing Edwards?
I would say because, honestly, Edwards hasn't played a whole lot of football this year anyways.
Yeah.
Edmonds was playing Pro Bowl style football this whole time. So, yeah, it's going to be a big miss for sure.
Second in the league in interceptions, as we talked about on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So the corresponding moves to that one there, we signed Britton Brown, which we've seen in games before. He actually looked good. Yeah. I think to be between you and I, to be honest, I think that's an upgrade compared to Roschon.
You beat me to it. I said, I was going to say, unironically, it's an upgrade somehow in my eyes.
Right. And then we also signed Carl Jones Jr. to the active roster. This is a gentleman that we signed. If you look, I think a little bit further down, we waived him on 11/6 and then signed him back to the practice squad. So now he's back up. So been with us a little bit. In kind of searching the old memory banks, I haven't seen a whole lot of him. I believe he played a little bit in the Washington game, if I remember correctly. And I think there was one other game that he got very limited snaps. But so there's a little bit of game day experience there. I don't think a ton. And then we also had to elevate Jordan McFadden to the active roster. If you remember him in preseason, he was an all-pro in preseason. So
he had an all-pro showing in the preseason.
He was a preseason All-American or Pro Bowl or however you want to put that. And then we brought up a tight end, quite honestly, that I didn't even know we had, Mr. Kalanick. So I know I ain't saying that right, but that's his name now.
Well, you guys take it easy out there. Yeah, this Bears defense is going to need a Kalanick.
Yeah.
But he's a tight end. Well, so I'm wondering with the left tackle position, if Theo's is not a go, well, what sort of shot do we think maybe we could see Ozzie Trapillo maybe take that left tackle? I know he hit a wall, according to the coaches, but at this point, you don't have Braxton Jones. So what are you going to do? You're going to put in McFadden, or like you mentioned it earlier, scoot over Tooney to left tackle and put McFadden at guard, or it's just
it's really tough to think about breaking up that interior three right now.
Yeah,
but that's got to be
run game.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I'm thinking that's what they would have to do. And that's if Ozzie does have to go in there, Theo can't go, and Ozzie's just getting beat like a drum, right?
Yeah.
If we see Tooney out at left tackle, something went horribly wrong, and we're in for a long day.
Yeah.
But the other four outside of that left tackle position, and we've kind of beat this drum for a while here. That is, we're talking almost possibly 4 potential NFC Pro Bowlers. The way that the rest of that line has been playing, we've beat the left tackle drum quite a bit. It's the one area on that line that we have a serviceable guy there, but we don't have the standout there, which 4 out of 5 is not bad. And in run blocking, Theo's killing it. It's pass
He's doing
pro.
very well in the run game, absolutely. But you do notice sometimes, like during the games when we run it, it's sweep right, off tackle right, outside zone right.
Yeah.
That part of our line still being intact is good because then we have that in our repertoire to do. So that's very good. But
I think with some of those stretch runs too, when we're talking to the right, there's been plenty of times where they cut it up in between Tooney and Theo, and you
sure.
see Theo working downfield. I mean, think
Yeah.
of the Bengals game where he took that old boy out to the parking lot, and then
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah,
know,
dude's a beast in the run game, no doubt.
yeah,
Today we got a pretty good challenge, though. I mean, you got two very good defensive ends coming in, so yeah, it's going to be a real test on how they handle or manage that because those two are. I think Ben Johnson called them werewolves. They're both werewolves out there, which
yeah.
they are animals. So our tackles will have their hands full today, and
It's that Darnell Wright matchup and TJ Watt. Okay, Darnell Wright,
here we go.
time for you to put your man pants on today, right?
Right,
It's
having a Pro Bowl year. We're gonna find out today.
Yep. Let's see what's up. And after that Minnesota game, there might have been a few chinks in the armor. I think overall he still had a great game, but TJ Watt is a whole different animal.
Totally, yeah.
Non-stop motor.
We're gonna see like Max Crosby again. Remember the game Max Crosby had against us? That's what I'm assuming TJ Watt's gonna have today. Unfortunately.
I would hope that Darnell Wright is ready for this matchup. If we're not talking about TJ Watt on Wednesday, for sure, I think Darnell Wright cements his position as one of the top tackles in the league, not just necessarily top right tackle.
Yeah.
This literally
bold prediction
could be a money game for Mr. Wright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if he handles TJ Watt, he could probably demand some big dollars on his next contract, and that's not that far away, my friend.
It's not. It's next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? I welcome it. Show us.
Yep.
Right. Show us, and then you'll get your money.
Yeah. That's obviously that's the matchup. I think Bears O-line, Pittsburgh D line, and compared to previous years and seasons, this Pittsburgh defense, and as we kind of get through the show, we'll get to the tail of the tape. It's not quite what a lot of us remember it to be. So I think there's going to be some opportunities out there for this offense, and the way that our kind of health is on defense, we'll deep dive into that, but that's going to be something to keep an eye on for sure.
It definitely is. That's definitely going to play a factor into it. Well, I guess you mentioned it. We can go ahead and let's get into it. Let's start chopping up these numbers.
A lot of green for the Bears there, right?
Tail of the tape. Yeah, let's preface this segment of the show by saying do not misread these numbers. Just because it looks like it favors the Bears heavily in these rankings, the Steelers are a 5-3 football team who are very competitive, know how to win games despite their offensive and defensive rankings.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot sleep on this game today. Let's take it from the top.
Yeah, let's go. Points per game. Bears, 25.8, 8th in the league. Whew.
Yep.
Compared to the Steelers, 24.6. Still very respectable. Top 30 in the league.
Right? When you look at that,
just
looking at those points per game, you could really just say like, ooh, this could be and probably will be a very close game.
Mm-hmm. Points per game allowed. Bears 26.4 compared to the Steelers at 23.2. Bears rank at 26th. Steelers 16th. So again, pretty close.
Yeah.
2 points, 3 points, 2.8. My rough math is correct. So a field goal difference in points per game allowed. Turnover margin, plus 16 for the Bears. They've been first in the league for a while, continue to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why this team has been in so many games, let's be honest. So many one-score games. We win the turnover margin. We take the ball away, but yet we don't give it away. So that is by far one of the keys to the game. It's got to be. And we'll talk about it towards the end of the show once we start, going over that type of stuff. That right there. But the Steelers are good, man. They're +8. I think this is, in recent memory, by going by the tail of the tape, this is one of the first teams that I recall that we're playing that's on the plus side.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yep.
So they do have the capability of taking the ball away.
Mm-hmm. And I think whatever offense breaks that way could very well turn the tide for the other team. Third down offense, Bears coming in 41%, 11th in the league, compared to the Steelers, 38%, which is 20th. What really kind of stands out to me is look how much a few percent can really swing the rankings, right?
Right.
41. There's a 3% difference, but yet it drops you 9 spots. So that's kind of the margin in the NFL, right? They always talk about get that one more inch or one more yard. That this is the type of places where that shows up.
Yep.
Compared to the third down defense, Bears 33.6, second in the league, getting off of the field. Quick note on that. We were talking earlier, second half of the Minnesota game, they gave up 0 third down conversions. Was that what we were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 0 third down conversions allowed by the Bears in the second half against the Vikings on their 4 attempts. For the game, they held the Vikings 3 for 11 for 27.3. Didn't feel like it, but it was.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, right. All right. Yards per game on offense. Big discrepancy here, which is one of the things that when you're looking at this game and you start thinking about it, you're like, which way do we lean? Right?
Right.
373.8 for the Bears, 4th in the league. Compared to the Steelers, 286.9, 28th in the league. So down towards the bottom, right? Two teams going opposite directions here. Bears going up. Steelers still continuing to struggle. These are the stats that give us Bear fans hope today, even with so many injuries, right?
Yeah.
Rushing yards, Bears dominating this in this matchup as well. 146.6, second in the league. We've talked about the run game all year. Continues to be a key. Compared to 88.2 for the Steelers, 29th. I got to think the Steelers are sitting there thinking that they can run it for more than 88 yards today with the fact that all 3 starting linebackers are out for the Bears.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But if Aaron Rodgers goes, he doesn't like to hand the ball off. So that could help us out a little bit. Passing yards, Bears, 227.2, 13th in the league compared to the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers coming in at 198.7, 22nd in the league. Yards per game for defense allowed, 364.6 compared to the Steelers, 368.1. How about it? Bears, a team that is giving up more yards than the Bears. I like it. Probably one and the only time this year that we might see the Bears ahead in this matchup here. So,
oh God.
And then rushing yards per game, Bears are giving up 133.3. Steelers a little bit more stingy, 106.4.
Yeah.
13th. You think about that D-line, obviously the consummate pro in Hayward up there, which reports midweek showed that he was in a boot, but on the injury report, which I'm sure we'll get to over and over again, not listed, so he's a go.
Yep.
And then passing yards allowed per game, Bears giving up 231.3 compared to the Steelers 261.7, dead last.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is a big one for our offense and our keys to the game when we get there, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So on paper, I think we both can agree the Bears have the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. On paper, but again, I'm going to hold all of my reservations, and by Bears fans, I'm sure you guys know as well. Don't be fooled by these numbers because, you got injuries on our side with the linebacker and whatnot, and the secondary's still been banged up the whole year. The Aaron Rodgers X factor into this equation as well. We are still keeping a close eye on whether or not he's going to be playing or not.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys happen to catch it, let us know in the comments. Yeah, do us all a favor here, because that is kind of like, Aaron Rodgers does have that savvy vet. We all know we've gone against Rodgers for so many freaking years. We're sick and tired of it. What he can do. Don't be fooled by the stupid wrist injury. We had him with a broken ankle that year with Khalil Mack, and he comes out at halftime, trots out on the field, and whoops our ass. So, yeah, I wouldn't sleep on Aaron today. It might be one of those things where it's going to really be, when you look at the rankings, Caleb, it's going to be your time to shine today. Got to lock in, take advantage of that weak secondary that they have.
We've all seen kind of the breakdown of Aaron Rodgers against the Bears throughout his career. 64 touchdowns versus 10 interceptions, something like 25-5 or something over 30 matchups against the Bears. So going into this game, I know myself was thinking, you know what? I want to kick the shit out of Aaron Rodgers one last time. Send him out of the NFL with an L against the Bears. Right?
Yeah.
And then your three linebackers end up hurt. And you're like, is this another one of these weeks where we got to hope that somebody's starting quarterback isn't playing? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, and that's kind of one of the things that we could talk about this in chat, man. Feel free to chime in on this one, because I know if you're a passionate Bears fan, there are some people on the fence about this. Now, would you rather? We're going to play a game of Would You Rather. Big Cat kind of said this on Barstool. Would you rather win this game or beat Aaron Rodgers or play Aaron Rodgers? Which I guess kind of insinuating that if Rodgers plays, we're going to lose. But so would you rather? Would you rather beat Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, I think we all want to beat Aaron Rodgers. Like, beat him mightily. Yeah. Get the hell out of here. Get out of our house. Don't come back. Take this L and put it in your suitcase and get the fuck out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But he does have that magic where if we seem to crumble and can't stop him for shit, even when we had mighty defenses, he'd beat us.
Right.
Okay. Urlacher Briggs beat us. Khalil Mack and that Vic Fangio defense beat us. And now we're decimated.
Mm-hmm.
If our front four doesn't step up and have the biggest game of their season today, Aaron Rodgers could slice us up.
Yeah. One-handed and all. If you want me to paint the silver lining, maybe give a few words of hope with this whole Aaron Rodgers thing,
please do.
You think about the old defenses, the Lovie Smith defenses, the Nick Fangio. A lot of it was based off of cover 2, was it not?
It is, yeah.
What about Dennis Allen's defense? Is that based off of cover 2?
No. No.
So a little bit different. I think the cover 2 defense made Aaron Rodgers a Hall of Famer. Let's be honest there, because he carved that thing up.
I would say so. I think you're absolutely right. He was shredded cover 2 defense.
Yeah. And the Bears were basically an organized practice for him when he was able to trot out there against the cover 2. And man, no matter the players that we had, and you named some of them, hey, there we go, man. You gotta.
Is that another Ezra?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. Hey, man, another Ezra. Crazy. Small world.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Money Fishing.
But hey, kind of what I was saying here, no matter who was out there, or, I mean, think of the great Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, cover 2 defenses. I'm sure if we looked at the splits against those guys, it was the same thing. Back in the day, Aaron Rodgers had the arm and the accuracy to fit it consistently in the cover 2 holes, even over the likes of, some of the corners and safeties that we had, fitting it down the seams against Urlacher, the whole 9, right? Nowadays, do I think he has that same arm? No. Hey, let's be honest. We've all watched him, but there's a little bit of magic still left in that right arm for Aaron Rodgers here. We all know it. It's just hiding deep down, waiting for like a darkness retreat to come out. We all have Aaron Rodgers PTSD
in the worst way.
Yeah, if we look at the numbers this year, right? Like, we shouldn't be afraid of Aaron Rodgers right now. We just shouldn't, but we are. That's terrified. Just the facts.
Yeah,
right?
Terrified.
Yeah, like, man. I don't know, man. Mason Rudolph, Aaron Rodgers, whoever it is, still going to be going against second, third, and fourth string linebackers, and that's where my hesitation lies.
Yeah.
It's, man.
Money Fishing. My dad named me after the Book of Ezra, and he's the reason I'm a Bears fan. Came home from the hospital in a Bears onesie. It sounds very similar to my story. Because my parents also named me after the Old Testament Book of Ezra, and my father is also the reason I'm a Bears fan.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Go Bears. Bear down, baby.
Yep, bear down, baby.
What show is this? This is the Everything Bears show.
Yeah.
You tuned into the Everything Bears show. You want to talk Everything Bears? This is where you come. Creature Culture, thank you so much. You know what? Creature or Create Culture. Sorry, I misread that. Create Culture. Yeah. Watch for Hippolyte to shine today. We are praying.
Yes.
This kid shines today. So if you're saying watch for it, I'm with you. I'm with you. With you.
From your chat to God's ears. Let's hope, right? That's what we need, man.
Create. You got it.
Yes. Born in 85, 40 years. Bear down.
Oh, my God. We got to put it on Rodgers today. That's going to be one of our keys to the games, gentlemen. Mm-hmm. That's going to be our keys to the game. You got to get to that old bastard. Knock him down on the hard turf. Hopefully it's really cold today. So each one of those hits sting a little bit.
Where he bounces off the turf a little bit. Couple bounces.
Yeah. Hit that wrist maybe one time. Just slap it one good
just,
time.
The old chop.
Chop.
Yeah. I was just going for the ball, sir. Right on that cast. Soft cast. And that's what they're still saying, right?
Create. If you stick around, man, we do that later in the show.
Yeah.
We just started. We're just getting revved up, but stick around because we ask you guys as well what your predictions are. Mm-hmm. So yes,
stick around. We'll take our trip around the NFL towards the end. We'll predict the Bears.
Yo, money fishing, man. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. Give him the old Jim McMahon.
Yes.
Packers,
yes.
Pick him up and just slam him.
That's where I was going with that too. Give the old
Jim
15
yards. I'll take the 15. Absolutely.
labeled quite possibly the dirtiest hit ever in the NFL.
man.
So,
Go ahead, Drew. You could unfortunately answer this one.
yeah. So right now, Great was asking if Jalen Johnson and Gordon are going today. They have been ruled officially out. I think my personal opinion, and it matches up with a lot of the other pundits out there, if the Bears weren't going on a short week this week, playing the Eagles on Black Friday, I truly believe we would have seen both of them because they were both full practice towards the end of the week. But to ask these guys, especially both of those guys coming off of soft tissue injuries, to play a game and then double back against an NFC opponent, by the way, with the Bears or with the Eagles, I think that was too much to ask of them. So they're erring on the side of caution. Let's hold them back for the Eagles game. I would be shocked if we don't see both of those guys next Friday. So the reinforcements are coming. Unfortunately, like we saw there,
Jack,
Bustin.
Justin plays for the Jets right now.
Yeah. I wish they would have played against Fields. I would have loved to seen that, by the way. A little, knife stick from the old Bears into their old first round pick there, right?
Absolutely. So yeah, this is a key to the game. Create for sure. Because Aaron Rodgers is a savvy vet, and as we saw Joe Flacco light us up, Rodgers could probably do the same thing. I mean, DK Metcalf, I think, is probably his primary weapon. He's a big, strong, fast dude. Also getting up there in age, but very capable of exposing our secondary if they want to.
Yeah, but outside of DK Metcalf, we're not talking Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
No,
right?
Right.
I mean, I think the weapons on the Bengals were far superior to what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to roll out there. Let's just be honest with that. I'm actually just pulling up the Steelers website right now so we can kind of go over who their weapons are. And we'll see. So,
yeah, definitely agree with the decision making on a short week because we do play on Black Friday. These guys coming off of IR and them being as huge pillars on that defense, let them sit today so that they're ready to go on Black Friday against Philly for show.
I would even say that if this was an NFC opponent or maybe even an NFC North opponent, they would have let them roll. But with the fact that it's an AFC team, we got the Eagles coming in, which could be a seedings type of game, thinking ahead towards the playoffs. Because with this team, we got to think that that's a realistic possibility. So you want to get as many wins as you can. We know that. But would you trade an NFC win versus an AFC win? At this point, I got to think that had something to do with some of the decision making.
Yeah, it's definitely a factor.
Yeah.
It is.
So
and Dart, we would have lost that game. Yeah, but you know what, though, too, to be fair, Dart was running a lot on us to get the first down and move the chains a lot, which will stress out a defense. Aaron Rodgers ain't running. He ain't running nowhere.
Yeah.
I ain't scared of that, but I am scared of Aaron just knowing defenses. He's seen every defense. He's seen every disguise. He's seen it all. And so, yeah, I am scared about that for sure.
Aaron Rodgers is definitely a dude that can take advantage of rookie linebackers for sure, right?
Yeah.
No Bears. Some of my fondest childhood memories was going up visiting family on Thanksgiving up in Michigan and watching the Bears play on the old TV where you had to move the rabbit ears to tune that sucker in, right? Back when the Bears were playing on that crappy turf in Chicago, but most of the time, they would play the Lions, so we would have them on up there.
Yeah, and we've had our fair share of getting skunked the last decade of the Bears not playing on Thanksgiving. So at this point, I'm used to it.
It's with this team, though, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them in primetime games, right? We see a couple teams falling out of grace. The Chiefs might be one of those teams losing some of their primetime games. Who better to put them in, right?
Yeah.
And now that the fact that Thanksgiving now went to 3 games, right? You got the 2 during the day traditionally, Lions and Dallas. And then there's always a Thanksgiving night game that has 2 non-traditional teams, I guess, for lack of a better word on that. So, but the Bears did get, would you call Black Friday a primetime game? It's the only game on that day.
Yeah, I would say.
Right?
Yep.
Unfortunately,
The whole country's going to be watching it.
Yeah, except for us who work in retail. So,
Oof.
yeah, don't worry. I have TVs in my shop, so there will
It's going to be on all the TV.
Yes. It will be playing. What? You need something? Hold on one second. It's third down. Let's
Wait
see
till
what
commercial.
Yeah, I can only help you during commercial breaks or timeouts. So, Alshon Jeffrey's eating the turkey leg. Oh yeah,
good times. Good memories.
One of the few times that we beat them during the Rodgers era, right? One of the 5 times.
Hey, well, and what a day to do it on. One of the best meals of the year we all wait for. And with a Packers win, that turkey was just a little more juicier.
Yeah, sure was, huh? The pie tasted a little bit sweeter. The mashed potatoes were a little less lumpy. The whole 9.
Thank you guys for commenting. Love it. Yeah, let's take a look at the Pittsburgh roster. What are we going up against here?
Let's take a look at their weapons real quick. DK Metcalf, by far their best receiver. 37 grabs so far this year for 551, 5 touchdowns. Okay. Not earth-shattering numbers by any means. 551 yards on 37 grabs kind of stands out. Averaging almost 15 yards a reception. Downfield target, obviously, right?
Yeah, that's what he does. That's kind of his thing.
We fortunately have bigger cornerbacks to kind of match up with that. Do I think they can match up with the speed? To be determined, I guess.
TBD.
Right, TBD. And then their slot guy, Kenneth Gainwell, kind of reminds me of that Zacchaeus type of player. 36 grabs for 204, only averaging 5.7 a grab.
Okay.
Jonnu Smith, tight end, 26 grabs, 163 yards, nothing earth-shattering there. Jaylen Warren, running back, 25 grabs for 219. Pat Freiermuth coming on a little bit as of late. 23 grabs for 279. Calvin Austin, 22 grabs for 242. TDs getting spread around kind of all across the board there. So nothing earth-shattering.
Nothing huge in their receiver room. What's their running back room look like?
Running backs. So we talked about Jaylen Warren in the run game. 123 for 536 rushing. Gainwell, even though he kind of has a wide receiver build, he is a running back, right? So catches a lot of balls out of the backfield. He's got 61 carries for 244. Jaylen Warren runs hard, man. If you watch that guy run, he runs violent. So, Hippolyte, let's go, buddy. Let's see.
That's what I'm saying. Here we go, kiddo. Yep. Now's your time. Now's your time. You know what worries me kind of a little bit about the Steelers too. This just popped in my head. Is they're 5-3, and they've actually beaten some pretty good teams.
Yeah, they've also lost some pretty crappy teams too.
So they lost the crappy teams, but beat the good teams. Yeah, because they beat Indy. Did they beat Denver? They beat some other good team.
They beat the Bills, I want to say. Hold on. You know what? I'm on their page. I'll bring it up. All right. So breaking it down here, week 1, They won that barn burner against the Jets, 34-32, right?
Oof. So they squeaked out with the Jets.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Seattle, they lost 31-17, got handled pretty well. They beat the Patriots, the 9-2 Patriots. This was in week 3.
So they beat the Patriots. Okay, that's the
Right?
other team because I know they beat Indy. So they beat the Patriots
21-14.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They beat the Vikings 24-21. They beat the Browns 23-9. They lost to Joe Flacco-led Bengals 31-33. They lost to the Packers. Thank you very much. Aaron Rodgers' revenge game. You just took a massive steaming dump all over that game.
Shit the bed.
Yeah. And then they beat the Colts, just like you were talking about, 27-10. Come out and get bitch slapped by the Chargers, 25-10.
Ooh.
Ended up getting revenge for that Bengals game, 34-12. But in that game, there was all kinds of stuff going on. I think the 2 wide receivers for the Bengals are like suspended or something like that for spitting in people's faces and everything else. So all hell broke loose there. I didn't really dive too deep into it. I was just seeing snippets as I was digesting content this week. And then here we go. They're up against the Bears. So they lost to some teams that they shouldn't have lost to. They beat some teams that they probably had no business beating.
Right.
But yeah, so it's a mixed bag here, right?
Wow. So we don't know what we're going to get. You know, and what I've noticed about the Bears too is the Bears will also stoop to whatever level their competition is. It's the weirdest thing. Whatever the other team's doing, we'll match. We'll match that energy. Keep that game close to the very end and then win.
Yeah. But now we're going to show you that we're better than you, and we'll take 50 seconds in which to do it.
Yeah. But I really hope we can kind of separate ourselves from that a little bit by, again, let's put our boot on our throat, keep it there all game, and let's just win a decisive win. Can we do that today, please?
Yeah, I would be okay with that, huh? I'm okay with winning games by 10 to 15 points. It doesn't have to be 1 to 3 points every week. Please.
Yeah.
I'm getting up there in age, and I don't know how much more I could take of this, right?
Seriously.
I want to see the future of Caleb Williams. Please.
Yeah.
Like, let's engineer a few blowouts here.
I want to be alive to see his whole career, please.
Yeah, please. I'm okay with that. I will be okay with that.
And again, today could be one of those days too that honestly, I mean, with the Steelers secondary giving up those kind of yards, just this could be the game. Let's go.
I feel like we've said this before. Like, there's a golden opportunity. Let's see if Caleb is ready to take it. I'll be honest with you, man. As much as I love Caleb Williams, there is a few games where I expected him truly to take over and he hasn't. And you're like, come on, man. Right? Like, I don't know if he just has a lapse of concentration. And don't get me wrong, man. I love this kid. He is the future of the Bears. I stand behind the quarterback, but there's a few times where you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You had this game by the balls and then you let him go.
Right. Well, this is kind of what Create says here. We are watching the birth of greatness for the Bears. Totally agreed. And if you've ever seen a birth, that's what this is like. You see the head crowning and you're like, oh shit, here he comes. And then whoop back in. Like, all right, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, here it comes. Come on, push. Push. And here it comes. And I go back in. Like, because we're like just on the edge of our seat. Because we know any week now, you could feel it.
Yeah.
Any week now, this shit's going to pop.
He's just going to explode.
Yeah. And we're just kind of just waiting for it.
To back up Create's comment here, right? Let's compare 2024 offense compared to 2025. I saw an awesome blurb coming out. So last year at this time, the offense in 2024 was ranked 28th compared to 8th this year. Yards per game, we were 32nd as an offense compared to 4th this year.
Yeah.
Yards per play, 32nd compared to 8th. Explosive plays, I can't even remember a single one from last year, and this year we're first, right? So we have seen the birth of this offense. It's amazing. Great comment. You learn what a ceiling for a player is in the Cutler era, Fields time. They did as great as they could do, but Caleb, we haven't seen him totally settled. 100% agree, brother.
Yeah.
And that's what's so exciting about this. We've talked about this quite a bit. We're going into game 11 in the Ben Johnson era for Caleb Williams. And look at the growth that we've seen week to week, even from season to season from this kid. We have somebody who can actually coach a freaking quarterback.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And think about it. What gets me all warm and fuzzy inside is we have a minimum of 3 years. More to come. Continued growth.
Yeah.
It's I'm at loss for words on just how exciting of a time it is for us Bear fans right now. We have an NFL offense. Like,
this is a modern offense, maybe even fashion forward, even because there's going to be a lot of copycats. I could already see this, that over the next number of seasons, people are going to be trying to emulate Ben Johnson's offense. They're going to be copying just because it's so successful. I mean, again, right out of the gates, the first season, I was not expecting this kind of offensive success and being top ranked in explosives and yards per game and all these things. And so again, the NFL is a copycat league. So they are going to be taking pages out of his playbook. Back to Caleb really quick though, too. You know, a lot of the concern was from the national pundits really. Oh God, can Caleb play in structure? Can he play on time? And can he play on rhythm?
Center?
And a lot of people under center as well. And a lot of people doubted it, but we're seeing it. Like it's happening week by week by week. The kid's under center 80% of the time. So, okay, he can do that. And he is dropping back, hitch, throw, hitch, throw. And, you know, those kind of quick passes are designed. So he is playing in structure. So he's doing it. And like you said, it's been 10 games.
Yeah.
It's only been 10 games.
You look at the trajectory that Tressman.
Hey, there's certain names we don't say around here.
Yeah. We don't say the full word of the Floos, right? But I agree with this comment 100% as well. What Ryan pulls, yes, he misses. I tell you what, Craig, I invite you to go back and look at our first show where we kind of jumped in with polls. We covered that quite a bit, and we call out the misses too, man. Claypool being the biggest one that I could think of.
Oh,
and
Nate Davis, the human trash can.
That's one of those other names that we refuse to talk about on this show. But,
actually, I think we're going to have an episode at the end of the season where we're going to do another deep dive into Pulse's moves at the end of the season.
Yeah, recap real quick on the offensive side of the ball for free agencies. He knocked it out of the park. Defense, that's a conversation to be had, huh? Right? The money we spent there.
Yeah, but let's also too. I mean, we're mid-season. We could wait and hold our judgments till the end of the season, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, Odengbo that book is closed already.
Okay, so that one we can speak on. That was a horrible sign,
right? And especially when you look at the dude out of Arizona who we could have paid, I think, $1 or $2 million more. I think he's one of the sweats if I want to try and go off the top of my head, but he's got like 7 or 8 sacks. So Odengbo is sitting on the IR, right? Grady Jarrett, we talked about him on the defensive side. though he looked better in the Vikings game, let's be honest, that was a straight up cultural signing. And you know what? I'm all for it because the culture has changed in the Bears organization. And that's going to allow us going forward to be able to sign bigger name free agents because they're going to see what's coming in and what's going on here. And they're going to talk to some of these veterans and be like, you know what? This place is legit. Come on over. You know, maybe we can save a few bucks when that happens too. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Right. I'm okay with that. So,
yeah. Well, it took Sweat a while to get lathered up. He needs to have a big game today.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many big games from him, but his sacks have gone up. But you know, we need some TFLs in there too.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
He's got to have a day to day.
Maybe a few pressures. So, you know, and if we kind of broke down all of the draft picks from polls too, his early round draft picks, and I think that's one of the reasons why you've seen this team turn around, have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, mid to late rounds, he's got a few in there, but the early round picks, granted, Caleb and Rome being towards the top of that, Darnell Wright going to be a fixture.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I would rather hit on my draft picks. If you were to choose one or the other, your GM, you can either hit on the majority of your draft picks or your free agents. Pick one. I think we would all say draft, right? You get those guys, longer control for cheaper, and it's the way that people can win in the NFL these days.
Yeah, and that's how you sustain the success because, if you're building through the draft, you got these guys on rookie contracts, and if they're performing and producing, that's how you do it, buddy. That's how it's done.
It allows you to plug and play with free agents, and if you miss on one or two of them,
you're like, okay, well, we missed. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mac. Mac was a beast, honestly. Majority of the time he was here. After the NFL started to see the production that he was and the havoc he was causing, the dude was getting doubled all the time, chipped all the time. But if you watch the tape, the dude's motor was churning constantly. Although you didn't hear his name very often, the dude was still balling.
Yeah. He was getting the Max Crosby treatment for sure.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you know, like we said earlier, that rumor mill, we might be tapping into that well again. We'll see. We'll see in the offseason. You know, the word on the street is that polls might make a move before free agency to get maybe a Max Crosby. We had one of our listeners kind of talked about it in the last show. The $1 million question is, what's the price? You know, if it's multiple ones, I don't see it happening. At this point, would I give up a single first rounder for him? I think you got to in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he commands definitely one. He probably commands two, but
would you do one and a Sweat or one and an Austin Booker? Or, you know, I'm sure they're going to be looking for younger pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched any tape on Austin Booker against Minnesota, but the kid's playing good, man. You know, that's going to be an interesting thing to continue to watch.
Yeah.
Not only is he rushing the passer, I mean, he decleated JJ on one of his rushing moves, and you know, he was constantly sticking his nose on the run and going from there. So, but yeah.
Book's got a lot of potential. I think he's getting better every week. So I am grateful and watching with anticipated eyes to see his arrow keep going up.
Yeah. And we can't just judge him by sacks, right? No. Like I was saying, he's playing the run, setting the edge.
Right.
Pressures, I think, will be one thing that I'd like to see a little bit more. It seems like it's either a sack or nothing with them. But
You're saying 10 more pounds. He did put on some man weight
Yeah.
during this last offseason.
I was surprised when he came off of IR how big he was. I was like, oh, he looks a lot different than even preseason.
Yeah, he bulked up.
And he's a strong dude, man. I mean, you see he plays with leverage, he plays with strength.
Yeah.
He's got speed.
Seen that arm bar? His arm bar, man.
Yeah.
Woo, he's got a good arm bar there.
He can transition from speed to power, as they like to say with the DNs, where speed up field, transition to power, right into the tackle. If you watch this tape from Minnesota, you see him take the left tackle, and he depleted his ass too. Like, he just transitioned from speed to bull rush, and that tackle did not stand a chance. He didn't even have time to untie the roller skates. He was on his ass that fast. So, I mean, it was a thing of beauty. And that dude, he's playing strong, man. I think the rest of this season for Booker, I'm excited as well. I think he's going to cement himself as a staple, and Odegbo becomes expendable. He might be a one and done, man. We might be eating some dead money with him, but you know what? Let the play on the field dictate it. And so far, from what I've seen in Booker in 3 games, I would already pencil him ahead of Odegbo. Quite honestly.
Yeah. Samesies.
With another offseason to boot, I'm sure Grady Jarrett's going to be dragging his ass into the weight room, showing him how to, bulk up. For sure, man. Let's go. I'm a huge Booker fan as well, buddy. So I'm with you on that one. I think he's going to be a beast. He's going to be one of these guys that we're going to say, wow, like that was a sneaky good pick. So,
very good. He was a late rounder, there, 5th round or something, right?
Yeah, out of Kentucky, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So he was drafted as a development prospect, and that's what we're seeing. Previous regimes, do I think we would have seen this? I think the proof is in the pudding with that, right? We didn't really see anybody develop from that. Kansas, thank you, it was the other K team. But yeah, I think sky's the limit for this kid. I hope so. I definitely think you're right with Kansas. Once you said that clicked. For some reason, Kentucky was stuck in my mind. But yeah. So let's see a big game out of him. They're off Steelers offensive line. I don't think is anything really to write home about. I'll pull it up real quick. Let's see how many sacks that they've given up so far this year. But we definitely need to see some type of a Tez and
Booker Tez and Booker today. Meet you at the quarterback situation.
Yep.
Thank you, Create, for checking. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Well, shoot, man. We could go back to this guy here because this brings up a lot of keys to the game.
Yeah.
As we probably segue into that.
So the Steelers have allowed 27 sacks this season. So their offensive line is, according to this, you would assume that they're doing okay. But you also look at what Aaron Rodgers' release time is. I bet you he's top 2 in the league. Yeah, we got a lot of Booker fans out there. I agree, man. I think he's going to be one of those corner pieces for this defense moving forward. Yeah. It's one of those things that gives me hope, even towards the end of the season, where we get some back end help and we get our linebackers back, man.
Is this a fact?
Oh,
is this a fact?
Yeah. All right. So Money Fish should coming through for us. It looks like A-Rod is out for the game. All right.
What?
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Beautiful.
Aaron, piss off, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Too bad, so sad. Coleman Twitter real quick here to see if we could get a few extra updates. I'm curious on a couple other players across the league. So if you guys see stuff like that,
I,
I'm
I
with
hear
you,
you.
Money Fishing.
Yeah, I hear you, Money. I
Yeah.
hear you.
I-
There was that little inkling, that little voice in my head that was like, "Oh, if we could just take it to this son of a bitch, like just one more time."
Yeah. Just
But you run the risk of him just carving your defense up. So now we got a quarterback going in there that is susceptible to mistakes, and let's take advantage of that.
okay. Beautiful. Huh. Well,
That's all right. That's all right. But yeah, to the objective. Agreed. Agreed. Let him have a breakout game today. Let him
Yeah.
get him a couple sacks, TFL, maybe a sack fumble. Give me one of those. I'll trade all that for a sack fumble. Come on. Yeah,
I know you're in the same boat that I am, right? And we talked about it this morning before we got on the show. We're really, not only are we presenting the case to you guys on what we think is going to happen today, we're both sitting here right now trying to figure out what's going to happen today as well. Right? There's so many factors going into this game. As a Bears fan, I know we want to pick with our heart, but sometimes we got to pick with our eyes. But yet, all the information right now is saying everything is going the Bears' way. But as deeply embattled Bears fans who have been subjected to decades of doldrums, it's almost hard for us to sit here and be able to have so much confidence in this Bears team, in this offense, because we're just not used to seeing a consistent product. But we've seen it on offense for sure. Defense, especially the front seven, that's a huge question mark right now.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to be curious, and I think before we give our predictions, I want to see what some of the confidence is with our listeners today. So as we get there, guys, hang with us. Probably in the next 45 minutes or so, we are going to be asking for your predictions. I would love to hear them.
Predictions in about
so
40
get them ready.
45 minutes. And yeah, the objective, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but since you brought it up now, we'll bring it up again. Like, we're really hoping that the kid breaks out, right? When we drafted him, he was highly touted. I think he was a Dennis Allen pick. He saw this kid fit in the defense. At the time, with a healthy roster, it was probably hard for him to get up the depth chart. And so today he's going to have his opportunity. Let's do this. Let's show us what you got, kiddo. Absolutely.
He's definitely in that modern linebacker built where he is big, but yet fast, sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
So
I hear he's very fast. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Terrell Smith. Oh, what a bummer. We lost him for the season before the season started.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because Terrell Smith was a great depth piece, man.
He was number 3 on the depth chart for sure. What I'm curious to see is what's going to happen next year. Nahshon Wright, the way that he's played, I mean, we might have just a glory of riches at the cornerback position.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what we had going into the season.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
And thankfully we did, because if we didn't, we would have been screwed this year. Nahshon Wright, second in the NFL with interceptions. That one that he picked off against JJ.
Beautiful.
High pointed the ball. If he wasn't as tall as he was in most traditional corners, ain't going to be that tall to go up and get that ball. Right. And that's 2 picks against Minnesota. We all remember the one in the first week where he took
pick 6. Yeah, pick 6.
Yeah, and at that point, that's another one of those games you think back and you're like, damn, man.
Yeah.
Bears of today would not have lost that game. But we learned from that game, didn't we? We saw the exact same thing play out against Minnesota the second time, and we won that game.
I, off memory, it was like ACL or MCL.
Yeah, I think he ripped up his knee.
So that was it. He was gone for the season. No shot at playoff, comeback, nothing.
Yeah.
See you next year, Terrell. If memory serves me correct.
Yeah. I'm trying to look it up real quick, but I'm
I'd
I'm
like
almost
to know,
positive.
actually, the objective, what I'd like to know is Zay Frazier. Okay. I want to know what the hell's going on with him because there was no injury designation. It was just like a personal
Non-football
thing.
injury. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a personal, he's not playing football this year. I want to
That-
know more. But
If that
I hope he's
screams
okay.
to me mental health issue, right?
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he's okay. It's nothing,
Yeah.
serious, but
I mean, you know what though, man? And we talked about the kid from Dallas. If that's what it took to make sure that he's okay, 100% for it.
yeah.
Kudos to the Bears and the NFL for having programs like that to make sure that these players, we think of them as robots, but they're humans too, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a very high pressure job.
yeah,
It's not like one of our regular 9-to-5s. These guys are dealing with a lot of pressure. It's probably a lot of because it's such a production based industry. If you don't perform, you're on the fucking streets. Hope you got a good education in college because you ain't playing in the NFL type of deal. It's a lot of stress. And then when you come into money, then personal things, that whole saying, more money, more problems. So that's a factor. Family coming out of the woodwork. Hey, can you, help me pay off my car and shit? I'm like 3 payments behind. And all these people start coming out wanting handouts. And it sucks, I bet. It's not all glitz and glamour.
Yeah, oh man. Next man up, baby. Well, we're gonna see it today for sure in that linebacking core. I did double check Smith. Yes, he did rip up his knee. So that is what it was. I remember him once I kind of looked at it. I saw some of the pictures of him getting carted off. So yeah, it's a shame because I think he would have been able to prove a lot. We might have seen him push Stevenson and whatnot as well.
Dude, so it's even throughout last year, he's nipping at Stevenson's heels.
Yep.
So, to have a talent gap that close at our number 2 corner, very good situation to be in.
Yeah. I think Stevenson is one of those cats that needs that too. Like if he has somebody pushing him, that elevates his game,
Yeah. Keeps him focused.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of see it from there time and again. And I think Byard is that calming force back there for those guys. Really kind of keeps them all in line. So I hope he's got another year or 2 left in him.
Yeah.
He's another one of those big cultural pieces. He's the glue of that defense for sure right now. Kind of keeping this thing together. And hopefully we only need to keep it together a little bit longer, a few more weeks, boys, and the reinforcements are coming.
Yeah, the cavalry's coming.
I would hope this week that we see TJ Edwards' 21-day window get opened up so that he can start making a comeback. It seems like everything with the soft tissue injuries are doing okay. He's probably going to have to play with a club for a few weeks, but so be it. We saw the difference in the few games that he was out there that this defense has when he's out there. It was very, very noticeable. I just hope that during this key stretch run, that we get completely healthy and we're good to go from there. With Edmonds being out, we're going to miss him for a couple key games, divisional games. But by then we should have Edwards back. We can at least hold this together. And then hopefully we're talking about rolling into the playoffs as everybody's getting healthy.
Ian Rappaport. When you hear it from him, no, you guys had us in the chat. You guys had us, but just to make sure, Rappaport. That's it. The turnaround was just too quick. Mason Rudolph for the start. So our keys of the game will change a little bit here.
Yeah, they might. They just
or maybe not. Hold on. Maybe not.
Maybe
you still want to hit Rudolph and put him in the fucking dirt.
Right.
We still want to do this.
Mason Rudolph has a ton of experience, ton of starts as well. I don't know if they were all great or if they were all bad. I don't really remember ever thinking Mason Rudolph is a guy who's a game changer, but yeah. So
I'm sure Dennis Allen does have a say.
Yeah, and I'm assuming we're talking about CJ here, right? CJ Gardner.
Who here? Oh, I think Wright shuts him down. You're talking about DK? I think Wright could hang with DK today. They are probably equally as tall.
Yeah, it's a good matchup.
Yeah.
Wright's fast, dude. I mean,
he is fast. When he did that pick six, he fucking took off.
Yeah, he's tall, lanky. That's going to be a good matchup. DK is just so damn strong, though. We saw what T. Higgins did to him. I would put DK kind of in that mold. Maybe not as fast.
Here we go. Here we go. He might. I don't. I don't have my crystal ball, but thank you for that energy, Chris. Appreciate it.
Why
is he an OU guy too?
Yeah, no,
he's not.
Come on. They're quarterback you, not wide receiver you.
I know. Seriously, the objective. That's like our moniker here. We can't say that enough. When we pull up the tail of the tape and you see where our offensive rankings are at, we're like, this is new. This is new territory, man. But we're loving it.
Yeah,
we're loving it though.
I can't even put a decade on where you could say, well, if you've been a Bears fan since the 40s, this by far is no. This is all time. If you've ever been a Bears fan, we have never seen an offense this good. So, I mean, plain and simple. We brought it up real quick compared to last year. As dysfunctional as that offense was, and there were games in which Caleb still looked pretty damn good in being an offense that threw nothing but bubble screens and slip screens. The night and day difference in which this offense operates is unbelievable. The fact that we're first in the league in explosive plays, we looked it up last week, didn't we? Where we looked at how many, was it pass plays over a certain amount, and we only had like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
What was that stat that we looked up? It's escaping me right now. I don't know. It was something where it was just unbelievable. But the fact remains this year that we are able to generate so many explosive plays. And when we're looking at these plays, it's not 50-50 balls like we talked about on Wednesday.
Right.
We don't like throwing 50-50 balls. We'll just throw it to the wide open guy. And that's the difference of this offense. People are just running wide ass open in this offense, and we're not used to seeing that.
No. Mm-mm.
And there's still plays, don't get me wrong, if you watch like the All 22 or you watch Chase or Tim Jenkins in their breakdown, there's still opportunities there where receivers are practically running into each other.
Yeah.
But the way that this thing is schemed and the fact that play action is opening so much of this up, it's uncharted territory for us Bears fans. We're not used to seeing offense. No. We're used to seeing the other team's offense, but not ours, right?
I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
I see myself going to get the snacks while the Bears are on defense versus offense, because when the Bears are on offense, that's must-watch TV.
It is, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, you nailed it. It really is, because, I don't want to miss a single down
of
offense at all.
how many Houdini escapes do we see Caleb do? How many times does he just throw a freaking seed on the run where you're like, holy shit,
Yeah,
what?
it's almost magical.
Yeah.
When he bails out of the pocket and does this beautiful launch throw, and it's usually on the button, usually.
Yeah. In that time that Caleb hit the old circle button on old boy from Minnesota blitzing from the edge, that was unbelievable to me because he waited to the very last second. He saw it, and that was it. So our coach is beneficial. So we all know who Tom Thayer is, right? Stalwart offensive lineman for championship winning
Bears
85
royalty.
Bears. Yes.
Yep.
He came out and said that Ben Johnson has officially passed Ditka as the best coach ever.
I heard him say this, and I was like, okay.
I paraphrased that a little bit. He did say at the time Ditka was the best coach for the Bears. But if we're going to talk about all time, he believes that Ben Johnson is the best coach for the Bears. So, and that's through 10 games.
Well, I mean, when you see such a rapid change in culture, production, all that, performance, it's hard to argue that. It really is. You see it with your eyes. You watch the game. You see it. Then when you pull up tails of the tape like this and you get all those numbers up and down, you're like, yeah, you can't argue with that. I mean,
look at all the green on the screen right now, man. Like, whew, it's unprecedented for us. They played Oregon last night. USC is they're not the USC of old. I mean,
yeah. I'm going to clip this, Chris. I'm clipping this, and it's going in a YouTube short. You did it to yourself, Chris. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's on the internet. It will live forever. I love all the comments today, guys. Keep them coming. Totally enjoy interacting with you guys. Listen, if you're just tuning in for the first time and listening to us, we're two old friends from an old Chicago neighborhood that have a passion about the Bears. So you're hearing it from just two regular dudes, who enjoy watching our beloved Bears, who have suffered through the many years of the doldrums that the Bears have been through. But and we're geeking out on this show and just gushing over this offense and everything else. And you're just hearing it, just how you guys talk to your buddies around the water cooler, right? That's what we are. That's what this show is. It's like a talk around the water cooler. Let's talk a little bit of football. Yeah, there's a few things that we hit, but when we get comments like this, man, we love it. I'm willing to go anywhere. We're all fans. We all, we love to talk about our players like Booker and Hippolyte and all those guys. We all have opinions, right? Some of us, we just watch a little bit more content. We digest a little bit more things, and we're willing to chop it up. So, whatever you guys want to talk about, bring it to the show. Yeah. Hell, we avoided a food tangent so far. Granted, we still have 45 minutes left in the show. We'll even talk some Chicago food.
Yeah, we haven't escaped the show just yet until we talked about some food.
Right. So we've brought up the great pizza puff debate. We talked about pizza. We talked about beefs, whatever. So, Dick, when
football was football. Yeah.
That was back when the coach would slam you on the helmet with the whistle. They didn't care about concussions and head injuries and stuff like that back then. No. Hell, the kickers only had a single bar face mask back then.
Yeah.
So
good old days.
Yeah.
Good old days.
There's a lot of people out there that would say, you know what, the reason why these guys are getting so hurt today is because the equipment's so good. You put them in leather helmets, no face mask, they'll get their head out of there. Might be some truth to that.
Oh, we are okay. So Chris is gonna start it off.
What is the food? Well, we haven't really touched on hot dogs yet. I mean, you want to talk some Chicago dogs here? I don't know. Wiener Circle, if you're listening, we still love you, by the way, guys.
Yes, thank you for following us on Twitter, Wiener Circle. Yes. We love you. We love you. And again, at any time Bears victories happen, if you want to give Chicago free hot dogs, I'll take my shirt off.
All right. Thank God the Baltimore Ravens helped us out with this one, and we avoided the shirtless show by you, but kind of a double-edged sword there. So
I think you might be asking, what do we have like on the lineup today for food? Might be what he's asking.
Okay.
Like me, I'm doing nachos. I'm going to keep it real simple. Some tortilla chips and melted cheese and some various toppings on top. Keep it simple. Nothing extravagant today for me.
Not firing up the smoker, but I pulled out a big chunk of leftover brisket from before. Going to heat that up in the oven with a little bit of butter, a little bit of Cholula, and we're going to have brisket tacos tonight.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Look at Create gets it. You know, celery salt. What's there talk about? Vienna beef dogs. That's it. Nailed it.
Tell you what, guys, if you guys are living in the city, we're both transplants right now. Go eat one for me, will you? Chicago dog, no onions. You know, I got to keep it fresh for the ladies. You know what I mean?
Nah, pile all that shit on there for me.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Just a knot in your stomach all game.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I got some dogs going. I got some Italian beefs. No, not until the final whistle. I can't do it.
Sport peppers up here are hard to find. So we grew our own this year, man. So the missus ended up pickling some sport peppers.
Oh my God.
Oh, they are so, man, I'm eating those things like candy. It's like candied jalapenos. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Ooh, can't get those where I'm at. No sport peppers. I gotta order them from Amazon.
Ooh, be careful. You might get some in the mail from me. So
a constant churn. Yeah. Can we? That's that's like one of the points of like what we're talking about from week to week is like, can we just get a game where I can enjoy my Yingling, enjoy my nachos, and get through this thing from wire to wire, just be ahead all game, finish it off, win by 2 scores, and good night, sweet prince.
Call this thing a day, right? I mean, I'm good with that. So, sport peppers where it's at. You got to be careful though, man. Too many. As you get older, the gut can't take it. But it's a price worthy to pay, I tell you.
It is. Spicy going in, spicy going out.
That's right. So this show is absolutely flying right now. So we got to think about getting ready to take our trip around the NFL so we could throw out some keys to the game and then finally maybe give a prediction. I'm a 2-dog guy myself, to be honest with you here, guys. If you can't tell from this beautiful mug right here, I might do 2 dogs and a beef when I'm in certain places and I can get my hand on authentic Chicago food.
I think that's standard because that's what I do. Yeah. Give me 2 Chicago dogs and a beef.
Sweet peppers or hot peppers? Or both.
On the beef? Yeah. I don't do both. Just Jardinier. No
hot peppers.
No sweet peppers for me.
Yeah, sorry. Sweet peppers are for the week.
Create saying just 1 or 2 sport peppers on each dog. That's what I do too.
2.
You know.
Yep.
2 peppers.
1 pepper usually not big enough. You know, it's a 4-biter for me, and I usually get a little bit of sport peppers in each. So
in each bite, yes, sir. Yeah. That's doing it. All right, well, shoot. We'll come back to this screen then in a second because if we're gonna take our trip around the league, We don't need any of these tail of the tapes up while we're making our keys to the game. Hold on with me. Bear with me, folks. It's a live show. All right.
All right. You want to take the trip around the NFL first? Let's mix it up a little bit, and then
yeah,
you got the Marconi's Jardinara in the fridge right now, or you got the Dicka's Jardinara?
Ooh, that's right. I have Marconi's.
Yeah,
in
me
my
too.
fridge. Yeah,
I got a bottle of the hot. What I like to do, I like to take a jar of the hot and the jar of the mild and mix them together.
Ooh,
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So, because the hot, I mean, I like hot food. Don't get me wrong. I have a bottle of Tabasco sitting next to, on the table type of thing, but I like some of those other like little crunchy things like the celery and the carrots and the cauliflower and stuff like that. So, but Mazetta mild, okay.
Mazetta mild, all right.
All right.
Just the flavors.
Yeah. Sometimes
bear
down, baby. All right, man. What do you think? So, just to recap our trip around the NFL from last week, as you came in at 10-4, I was 8-6. So, if you guys are betting people, don't listen to us, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, we made you money last week, just maybe not a whole lot. So, all right. Trip around the NFL. We'll save the Bears-Steelers game to last. Hopefully, guys, we gave you enough information so that you guys can make your picks today. So get those predictions ready. Get those ready in the comments, and then when we get to that point, go ahead and fire them off, okay? So starting Jets versus Baltimore. The Jets rolling in at 2-8, going against a resurgent Baltimore Ravens team at 5-5. Lamar Jackson is back and seems to be playing well. Who do you got?
Yeah, we're taking Baltimore on that one. They're going to keep that ball rolling. And what better team to do it against than the Jets?
I do believe Tyrod Taylor is getting the start today. Gets the start against the former team. Bustin Fields, as somebody mentioned earlier.
Yep. There was a Bustin Fields comment today.
Yes,
thank you.
Which I found absolutely hilarious. Looks like Ravens for me as well. So, all right. The next game was Pittsburgh Bears. We'll hold off on that one. Okay.
Yep.
We'll save the best for last. All right. Next. 9-2 New England. Rolling into 3-7 Cincinnati. Did Joe Burrow, did he get cleared yet? I know they were talking about it. Do you even bring him back this year?
Yeah, you do.
Do you?
Go out there.
He's missed enough football, I guess, yeah.
Go out there and, knock the rust off. Play for pride. Keep that chemistry going with your receivers. Keep your receivers happy, maybe, if anything. Let them get their touches.
Do you have to? They just got paid. They're both under contract.
But it might not matter because Cincy's defense is absolutely abysmal, and the Patriots are going to torch their ass. So I'm going to go with New England on that one.
I think if Joe Cool was sitting in there, it's going to be the new Taysom Hill.
If he'll he'll swallow his pride. He could make a good Taysom Hill weapon.
I think he would be a good slot receiver, possibly too. I don't know how well the kid could catch, but so you're taking the Patriots, huh? I think.
Yep.
If Joe Cool was sitting in this game for the season, I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati would have came up and bit him. I think New England is. I don't want to say that they're a false 9-2 because the team is pretty good. I am also taking New England, but with a healthy Joe Burrow, I think this would be more of a game than what it's necessarily going to be. So I will take New England as well. All right. Somebody from our division. It seems like the Giants are getting ready to run through the NFC North, and it is not looking good for them. They get Detroit today.
Ooh.
2-9 New York Giants rolling into Ford Field against the 6-4 Detroit Lions.
Yeah. You know, I would love to see this be a trap game for Detroit. And as bad as their offense has kind of looked very clunky, is Russell Wilson getting the start?
He wouldn't. Jameis would if anybody. I was just wondering the
Jameis.
same thing. Jameis, buddy. Bro, you looked so promising last week. And then you went and Jameis all over this game. And you ended up dumping it to the Packers. Bro, I would have sent you a box of freaking crab legs, man.
Yeah.
I know you and the crab, made up. I saw the TikTok video. You're eating doves with the crab. But still, man, come on, dude. What happened? What happened?
And then we got what? No Sam Laporta for Detroit, huh?
I think he's out for a little bit. Like is he Laporta season ending? I know he was he's been out. I think he went out.
I don't know. That'd be a big hit if it is season ending. I think Detroit's going to play with a lot of heart and fire today, because if they want to keep pace with us, they're going to have to win. So they should win this game. They probably will. I'm going Detroit.
Going Detroit. Okay. Giants are going down. Yeah.
But I'm rooting for the Giants, though. Let's be clear. I want to be clear with everybody out there in TV land. I'm rooting for the Giants.
So the Lions switch play callers. Dan Campbell is taking it over because that offense has not looked good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Laporta is out for the season. Even though Dan Campbell's calling the plays, this team, the offense has really looked clunky. So with that being said, there's no way in hell I would take the Giants versus Detroit. I'm still going Detroit here. It's not the Lions, it's the Giants in this case.
Correct.
All right. A very interesting game. The next one, divisional rivals, Minnesota 4-6, going into Lambeau, Green Bay 6-3-1. Who is going to show up for the Vikings? Is it going to be JJ or is it going to be 9? Because the Bears had the benefit of definitely seeing 9 last week.
Yeah. Well, I think JJ continues to make himself look retarded. Every week he's just digging his hole deeper and deeper with this 9 thing. And so with that, I think 9's going to play today. And Green Bay's going to capitalize. Green Bay's defense is just, and it fucking hurts my heart to say it, their defense is legit.
Yeah.
Their defense is legit. As much as I am still not sold on Love. Their defense is just good, and 9's going to shit the bed all over the field today. Green Bay's going to capitalize probably just off turnovers, and that's what's going to give them the win. I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Okay. Tough game for me as well. Yeah. Green Bay is playing my second favorite team this week. Whoever plays the Packers. Green Bay, what did I see? Green Bay has lost 2 games while only giving up like 13 points or less so far this year. So their offense is in disarray. I love to see it. Micah Parsons, Christopher thinks he could get 3. I can see it for sure. For sure. The question is, what is Jordan Love going to do today?
That's Chris's bold prediction.
Yeah, bold prediction.
Micah with 3 sacks.
Bold prediction in this case: will Micah get more sacks than the entire Bears defense? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, wow, that's a
Yeah.
good one. I like that
Yeah.
one. I'm gonna go with Micah. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, I would have to say you might be right. With if history has shown us one thing when it comes to the pass rush, we stinks. So
We stinks.
yeah, I gotta go Green Bay as well. Maybe I'd give Minnesota a second thought if they were in Minnesota with that crowd behind them, but I just don't see it from Minnesota. I think they're on the verge of collapsing this season. So, and hopefully the Bears were the ones that kind of gave them that shove off the edge. All right, next game. 8-2 Indianapolis Colts going into Arrowhead with a Chiefs team that their back is up against the wall. They are in playoff mode from here on out. They basically need to go on a run, and if they don't, could be the first time in a long time that we do not see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Wow. This is a tough one. Because you got
if it was
red
in
hot.
Indy, would be a little bit easier to pick, I think. But
Yeah,
Arrowhead. Yeah.
You got a red hot Indy team going up against a future Hall of Fame quarterback, future Hall of Famer tight end, a defense that has potential, but for some reason has been not showing up this season.
Mm-hmm.
With their back against the wall, like you said, if they lose today, you could probably kiss the playoffs goodbye.
Mm-hmm. First time in 7 years, I think, that they would miss the playoffs. Okay. Create's got the Chiefs at home. KC is written off by Christopher. Okay.
Yeah, got a couple different takes here. And I am so on the fence that I really I'm leaning towards Chris's pick, man. Kansas City's just not looked good. They just haven't looked good as a team.
Their offense is wildly inconsistent. Pacheco, I believe, is out as well. So not much of a run game right now, but the weapons over there.
Indy's just got so much momentum.
Jonathan Taylor.
It's like MVP style play this year from him.
Dude. Danny Dimes tearing it up over there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to go Indy.
Okay. I think I'm with Create, man. I think a desperate KC team at home. I'm going to go opposite of you here. I want to say Indy, but until somebody finally slays the dragon, I think I got to go Patty Mahomes and T. Kelsey here.
Yeah,
let's see if they can. Yeah,
it's not a bad take. I mean, again, this is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about here. Okay.
Yeah,
he's never out of any game. I don't give a shit. He's never out of it.
Hey, proved he only needs 15 seconds to get a team into field goal range. So, yeah, he is. Jonathan Taylor's playing so good right now.
Yeah.
Former Wisconsin guy. Good to see a Wisconsin running back finally, having a halfway decent career here. So, Tay shows up, gives him a pump. All right. So, all right, next game. Rounds out our noon slate. 7-3 Seattle going in against 1-9 Tennessee.
Yeah, that's easy. Seattle's gonna get back on track here.
Obviously,
after looking like straight shit last week. Was that last week against the Rams?
Against the Rams, yeah.
They looked terrible last week.
Darnold pulled out a Vikings playoffs performance against that team last week.
Like 4 interceptions.
Thanks, Darnold. Yeah, I actually picked you. Off.
They're going to get right today, though. They're going to get right.
6-4, Jacksonville kicking off our 305 slate. Going into Arizona, 3-7. Arizona got beat down by San Fran last week.
Yeah.
Jacksonville won.
Yeah, I think it's just so Jacksonville. So sometimes you don't know who's going to show up.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get with fucking Duval.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence and company.
But I'm taking Jacksonville, though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Arizona looks too much of a mess.
Arizona, I put a little bit of hope in you last week, and you basically kicked me in the ball, so thank you. I will not pick you this week. Okay. Creates on Jacksonville here.
Chris, did you really take?
He's taking the Titans over Seattle.
The upset? Okay. All right.
Good for you. We'll remember that comment, and we might revisit that on Wednesday. So, all right. So the Who Gives a Shit game of the week. 2-8 Cleveland rolls into 2-8 Vegas Raiders.
Wow. Is Shador getting the nod today?
I believe he is. Shador is getting the start. I believe I heard that earlier this week.
You know, the kid's a shithead, but I want to see him do well. It's weird that I usually want to root for a shithead because he's super arrogant, right? And he's a little, I don't know what the word is.
He was definitely confident, I guess, coming into the season. I will say this. We all watched it on draft day, and the kid slid from what could have been a top 10 pick to wondering if he was getting picked at all.
Draft at all.
So one of the all-time biggest draft slides that we have witnessed right there. And it seems like the pundits were right. Early returns on it, but
yeah. So, and then we know that the Raiders are an absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
Geno Smith and company.
Wow. This is going to be a shit show of a game. Wow. So this is a good point.
The only reason to tune into this game is to watch Myles Garrett and Max Crosby go head to head.
Yeah, that's the matchup for me.
Yeah.
It's not the quarterback play. It's not their offenses. No. It's Max Crosby and Myles Garrett. Absolutely.
Who's going to get more sacks? Yeah.
Who's going to disrupt the game more? Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to go. I'm going fucking Browns on this one.
You're going Cleveland? All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with Christopher here. I think Max Crosby is going to dominate this game. So Shador that he's not all that. And I'll go Vegas, I guess. I don't know why. Because Cleveland, the last couple weeks, have surprisingly come out and took leads against some of these teams just to piss it away in the end. So
yeah. Who's the running back for the Browns? That's a good question.
One of the Ohio State Judkins.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know if he got hurt or not, but yeah, pretty sure you're pulling him up. So okay.
Yeah.
So
with John Judkins and Raheem Sanders. So
next game in the 325 window, 8-2 Philly playing division rival Dallas Cowboys 4-5-1. This game is in Dallas.
Who are they playing? Who's Cowboys playing?
Philly, Dallas.
Oh.
8-2
yeah.
Philly.
Philly's defense is too damn good. And as much as their offense will put you to sleep, they're pretty kind of consistent. So Philly. Yeah, Philly.
I'm taking Philly.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to think that Dak might be able to win this game in Dallas, but Cowboys be cowboying. Christopher, come on, buddy.
I'm waiting. I'm totally waiting for Chris's. Yeah.
I know.
There it is.
There it is. Dallas. Because Christopher has picked Dallas, I will definitely go Philly.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded like you were going to go Dallas there for a second.
I just can't. I just can't.
Come on, Chris, make a case.
Yeah.
Change his
Start putting
mind.
it up there as we go to the next game here. 3-7 Atlanta. Rolling into 2-8 New Orleans. I do believe Kirk Cousins is starting this game. I think Penix ripped up his knee.
Yeah, Penix is out.
And then a rookie starting for New Orleans, Tyler Sout or whatever his name is. This falls into that category of who cares, I guess, too. But unless you're
unfortunately, we have to
fan.
pick. We can't just say who cares. It is definitely who cares. But Atlanta got a lot of weaponry on offense.
Bijan, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, former Bear. God, I wish he was on this team. I'd love to see Darnell Mooney catching balls from Caleb.
Give me the Saints. Cousins is
yes.
Yeah, so Cousins is washed, but I think he's going to have one in him.
Okay.
I think he's going to have just one left in him today.
He's going to go to the Big Easy and maybe get himself one more before the end of the year.
Because you were just saying, a second ago, you got Bijan, you got what's that tight end? They got a great tight end.
Michael Pitts Jr.
Yeah. And then there's a London kid in there too.
Drake London, yeah.
And you got Darnell Mooney.
We're going the X-Bears factor on this one?
That's right. He's going to be the X factor today. I am going to go Atlanta, though.
Okay.
Chris is still making his case. I don't know if you saw that last comment. They're rolling right now. Great chemistry, great offense. Okay. He also throws in this caveat as well. Best kicker in the NFL if it comes down to a little clutch time field goal. Okay.
Why do I feel like he's rubbing that into us a little bit?
Can you? Yeah. Well, there could be a little bit of that going on.
I guess it's well deserved, but
he's making his case to see if he can sway you to pick Dallas over Philly.
Maybe. So he's
definitely mentally compromised.
You
like that?
I think Kirk Cousins, do you like that? Wants to retire. I agree. So he's just counting the days. So
Chris
I am
as well. Okay.
Yeah, just Atlanta's got the better roster. I don't see another win coming out of New Orleans for a while.
And Cousins is definitely going to throw a pick, there's definitely going to be an interception today by Kirk Cousins. I will bold predict that one.
Yeah.
Bold prediction.
All this talk about Kirk Cousins really wants me to double, think this pick, but I'm not going to overthink it, man. I mean, Atlanta's on the road. New Orleans starting a rookie. I'll go Atlanta. Look, I think they have better skilled players.
They do. So. And give the ball to Bijan. That's the game plan today. Give the ball to Bijan. You're going to chew clock. He's going to successfully run the ball. That's it. Cousins ain't going to have to do much.
Mm-hmm. This game, so we're on to Sunday night game.
Ooh.
6-4 Tampa Bay, rolling into 8-2 Los Angeles Rams.
Oh my God.
Tampa Bay and Baker started off hot, not playing as well of late, but it's Baker Mayfield. He's got a little bit of the Caleb gene in him, right? He's pretty clutch.
And they better start winning football games or their playoff hopes are gone.
Yeah.
But it's the Rams.
I think they're a half game above Carolina right now in that division because Carolina keeps winning.
Yeah.
And the Rams look pretty damn good last week.
The Rams look like the best team in the NFC right now.
Yeah.
Their defense is super solid, and their offense is also very super solid. So, like, they could run the ball, they could throw the ball, and their defense is looking really good.
They have a pass rush. Yeah, the whole night.
This is bad timing for the Bucs, man. They're not going to win. They're not winning today, not in my eyes.
As much as I want to see Baker roll into there, maybe if the Bucs were at home, I knew Christopher was he's a Baker honk, so I knew that pick was coming in. So
Ralph Love, thank you for commenting. Don't expect anything from the tight ends today for the Bears or for the game we were just talking about. I'm sorry. Baker touchdown maker. You know what? I'm rooting for him. Yes. I am. I'm rooting for the Bucs to win today. It's just my logic side of my brain is like, there's no way the Bucs are winning today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta go Rams as well. You're just playing so good. The only thing that I could see that would turn that game is if Stafford gets dinged up. And even if then, man, they can rely on that run game.
Just run the ball because they can do that too.
Or it's one of those things too where you could just throw it up to Devontae or Puka Nacua. They're absolutely loaded. And who knew, huh? Who knew? But good for them.
Yeah.
Monday nighter, 6-5 Carolina rolls into 7-4 San Francisco. This is an interesting game. Carolina's defense been the story of the show. Bryce Young starting to answer some of the critics a little bit, thinking that he might be able to be a franchise quarterback. Between you and me, I'd rather have Caleb, and we do. So
all day, every day.
Thank you again, Carolina.
Yep. However,
going on the road, going across country.
Yeah, the Niners have not been. They don't look good either.
Yeah, but they keep freaking winning, man. Like, they got CMC. Brock Purdy's coming back. Create's got San Francisco in this game. Christopher's taking the Panthers. Create, if San Fran was going the other way to Carolina, you'd still be on San Francisco?
I think that travel matters, huh? I mean, that is across the entire country. So, yeah, there's going to be a bit of a thing there. 3 hours time difference.
And plus, home games. Okay. All right.
I'm going Panthers.
Okay. I will go. Yeah, Bryce Young is 5'8". I know, man. It looks like he's about 13 as well. So
he corrected himself. Hold on.
Yeah, 5'7". Okay. He must have been standing on his tippy toes for that first measurement. I'm gonna go San Francisco. I don't know how they're doing it. They've embraced the next man up mentality. Hopefully the Bears could take it's gotta help it. Hopefully the Bears could take a page out of San Francisco's, next man up book. Because that linebacker, that's what we need to do. So all right, so San Francisco. And then Houston beat Buffalo on Thursday. Backup quarterback beat them. Houston's defense is playing great right now. Saved them, huh?
Yeah.
How inconsistent has Josh Allen looked? I mean,
so bad.
He's
so bad.
He either scores 6 touchdowns or has 6 turnovers type of thing.
Yeah,
You lost to Miami, you lost to Houston, but you beat these other teams. I don't know, man. Buffalo's going to be an interesting story. I somewhat kind of understand the whole, they've never won a Super Bowl, went to 4 straight, yada, yada, yada. But all right, man, you ready for this final pick?
This is the big one.
This is the big one. Pittsburgh, 6-4, rolls in to a balmy Soldier Field to take on our beloved 7-3 Bears. Aaron Rodgers is out. Mason Rudolph is in. Caleb Williams has been there all year for him. We saw the offensive stats. We seen the defensive stats. We talked about it for the last 2 hours. I'm stalling because I still haven't made up my mind.
I can go first then. I'll go first today.
So go ahead, my friend. Go ahead.
All right. I'll go first today. Okay. First off, a couple keys to the game really fast. What we got to do.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That front four on our defense needs to have the best game of the season so far. It needs to be today. With our linebackers being out, we need to generate pressure without having to blitz them. So please, front four, penetrate, get to the quarterback. You don't have to sack them, but you got to disrupt them.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get to them. Sacks would be encouraged, of course. Our secondary, being is that we've been rocking out with the secondary this whole fucking time, I feel confident that they may come up with a pick or two today because Kevin Byard is on one this year. Mm-hmm. And now that Aaron Rodgers isn't playing the game, because I would have assumed we got 0 picks if it was Aaron. Now that Aaron's not in, we're going to get 1 or 2. Okay. Then our offense versus their defense. A key to the game might be let's get that run game going quick to keep their defensive ends out of shit for a while, beat them up a little bit, body blows, and then start taking advantage of their weak-ass secondary, worst in the league. Okay, Caleb needs to be on point today. He needs to be accurate. He does throw to the open guy, so there's no issue there, but get the ball to them. Don't overthrow him by a yard. Don't hit him in the back hips. No, hit him right in the breadbasket. Just complete the pass, throw to the open guy, and Caleb needs to have a day today. I'm going to say he is going to have a game today. Bears win 24-20.
24-20 Bears. Okay. My keys to the game, just to kind of piggyback off of one of yours, the defensive front and the secondary need to protect these linebackers for sure. I feel a little bit better about it now that Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be in there. That bodes well, I think, for this defense. Definitely a boost there. These linebackers are going to be young. I don't want to say inexperienced, but there is some of that there too. But we're not going to see maybe as many plays from the linebackers as we're used to seeing. Tremaine Edmonds, second in the league in interceptions. You lose that big, tall, lanky guy filling up zones, long arms, blitzing. So the defensive front, I agree with you. They got to help protect these guys as well. What's the best friend to maybe some inexperience, a good pass rush? And I'm not saying they even necessarily need to get home every time, but at least get him off his spot, hurry him, put him out on the move. Mason's a bigger dude. He shouldn't be able to really carve you up on the move. Let's just put it like this. Caleb on the move, I'd take that 10 out of 10 times over Mason Rudolph. Pass protection today, going to be the key. What is going to happen? I think Darnell Wright will know early on how this game is going to go. If he can handle TJ most of the time one-on-one or with a little bit of help. I think you're still going to have to help them because TJ Watt is that good. If they're able to slow down that pass rush, whether it's via the run game, chipping, running 13 personnel with 3 tight ends, going jumbo with Trapillo, they like to do both of those quite a bit. That's going to be huge to help slow that down. Not only do we run out of that formation, we also pass out of that formation too. I think one of our listeners was talking about the tight ends. That's where they're going to come into play. I think with this, running all that big personnel. Loveland, over the last 3 weeks, highest rated tight end in the NFL.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
A lot of people like to compare Warren versus Loveland. We'll get into that when we have a little bit more time in a different show. Give me Loveland all day long. You'll know kind of where I'm at with that. The other thing with this, both of these teams' defenses aren't that great, but they rely on winning the turnover battle. So the Bears have to win that turnover battle. Even if it's 1-0, 2-1, whatever the case may be, that's got to happen. If the Bears don't get any turnovers in this game, they're in trouble. They got to figure out a way to get it, whether it's Booker with the strip sack, another Byard interception, or Nashawn Wright, or maybe an unsung hero. Maybe we see C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I'm putting on the Swami hat. Okay. I'm going to say maybe a little CJ action. This time, instead of tearing it up in the sacks, I'm going to say he gets one this week.
Okay. Bold prediction.
With all that being said, and I initially thought the Bears would have to come out and be able to score at least 30 this week. I don't think that that's necessarily the case anymore. I think this game is going to be close, and I've gone back and forth many a times on this. I went to bed last night not knowing who I'm going to pick, but I'm going to pick our beloved Bears today. Next man up mentality. Final score, going to go 25-24. Bears in a squeaker. We're going to see the score again.
So that score's going to pop up again, 25-24.
It's going to be in the mids like that. Guys in the chat, Christopher thinks Bears are going to win 23-21. Money fishing, create. You've been commenting all game. What do you guys say, man?
Yeah, give us some final predictions before we head on out of here.
Yeah.
Chris got us 23-21. We don't cover, huh, Chris?
That's okay.
I think
I
we're
don't give
2.5, but
yep. We don't mind. But with that being said, can you picture a Bears team 8-3?
I could see
it. 2 more wins to make yourself in the playoff conversation.
I see it.
All right.
I see it happening. I see the Bears going 8-3 today. And a little bit of a shame. No Rodgers. I hope everybody gives him the business the whole time he's standing on the sidelines. I hope he's getting just
discount double checked from the stands. Yeah.
Jaquan Brisker on Twitter all week was saying he wanted the fans to decide, was it going to be an all white out? And I think the fans had spoken and said it was going to be a navy blue out in the stadium today. So we'll see if they do that.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, create money fishing. Guys, you still here? We're going to hold on just for another minute or two. See if you got some predictions.
I will continue to drink the Bears Kool-Aid today.
Coming soon to a merch store near you for any of you Bears fans who want your Bears Kool-Aid tumbler, mugs, water bottles.
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
Whew. Why do I feel like we're going to be watching this game on the edge of our seats today? That's just who the Bears are, right?
Exactly. Yeah, he gave us the business all right. Yeah. He even did it passive aggressively in an interview during the week, if you all heard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Chicago. It's a great sports town.
Great fans.
I grew up watching the Bulls and the Cubs on WGN on my little modest 4-channel TV. And I get to shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Saying all these. Oh, and let's let bygones be bygones. So, I'm not with Green Bay anymore. And yeah. Shut up.
You're still wearing the other team's jersey.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you patronize us, you smoky-eyed asshole.
I hope you trip over the chains and break your other wrist.
Seriously. I hope Kyle Monangai gets pushed out of bounds and he smashes into you.
All right, man. What do you think?
Yeah, that's
Put
it.
a bow on this thing?
Yeah, we're out of here, folks. Look, bear down. Have fun today. Bears are going to pull it off. We'll see Wednesday. We're doing a Wednesday show, not Thursday, because of the holidays. But if we don't talk to y'all and you don't make it for the Wednesday show, you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Fill up on food. Be thankful for your family. And till then.
Yeah. Thank you guys for all the comments today. Love the interaction. Bring that energy. Hit that like, subscribe, ding the bell so you know when we go live. Normally we're Thursdays, Sundays. We're switching to Wednesdays for the holiday here. So keep an eye out. We'll keep you informed and bear down.
Bear down.